With the cast of The Brady Bunch, watch the HGTV special on Monday night. Let's go. Do you all have a text chain, a group text chain? Or an email?
Actually, we do.
You do?
Yeah.
We do it.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I want to get on that. Let's go to Charla from Chicago. Hey, Charla, what's your question?
Hey, Andy, how are you? Congrats on Ben saying dada.
Thank you.
Oh, my gosh.
So I'm a huge fan of all of you, but my question is for Eve.
Okay.
After watching the Brady Bunch Variety Hour, how happy are you that you were not a part of it?
Well, I think over the years, it's been made more apparent that it was a good idea I didn't do it.
Yes.
But
At the time, you got a lot of crap for not doing it, right?
I'm still getting crap.
Right, you are. You are.
You know?
And we're still getting crap for doing it.
Right.
You know, yeah.
Did you get crap from any of these guys?
No.
They understood. You went on, you were doing...
I was doing Dawn Portrait of a Teenage Runaway.
Yes.
You know, and stuff like
and
that.
Alexander, the other
side of Dawn.
And I said, it's the only time that I really thought Florence Henderson wanted to kill me.
Really?
I said, don't we all wish we had something better to do?
Oh, really? Oh, you said that while you were shooting the show?
Uh-huh.
And Florence did not care for that. Wow.
You know, that only went for 9 episodes, or eight episodes.
Yeah.
It was only 8?
The variety show.
How funny.
I remember thinking, well, I don't want to do this. And I was skateboarding, and my mother drove up, and she said, hey, Mike, they're offering you X amount of money. And I said, okay, I don't want to do this. So tell them I'll do it for twice that much. And within an hour, they said, okay, fine. And it wasn't much.
Right.
But
I got to say, I remember...
that was my negotiation.
You were still on a skateboard.
My negotiation
Yeah, but you got into a car yet. You could ask for 8 times as
year
much.
was that? 76?
76.
76. So I was 9 years old, and I remember when the ads came on that this was happening, and my mind was completely blown. I was like, wait a minute, I know every episode. Like, I couldn't believe you were coming.
And
I remember my dad, I think it was on a Friday night, and I think my dad took me to McDonald's that night, and I was like, we have got to get home to see this. And I remember racing home, and now you're on my talk show, so this is just a beautiful thing. Let's go to Sabrina from Seattle. Hey, Sabrina, what's your question?
Hey, Andy. Hey, Brady family cast. What a dream tonight. Oh, my gosh, I'm so excited. My question is for the entire cast.
Okay.
What was your reaction when you found out that Michelle Obama is a massive Brady Bunch fan, and what other celebrities were you excited to find out were huge fans of the show as well?
I have to assume.
That was horrible.
I had made a painting that had a football player in it, and my husband said, you know, Obama likes that team, and Michelle likes the Brady Bunch. I tried for years to get them that painting.
Oh, you're kidding.
And it never came to
That's
fruition.
amazing.
Are
Are
you
you painting
listening?
now?
Right.
Are you painting? Are you a painter?
Yeah.
She's an
I paint.
amazing
Oh, thank you.
painter.
Wow.
So talented.
Nice.
Yeah.
There are
I was
Brady
very thrilled.
cultural references constantly as
Everywhere.
As you know.
Yes.
That was certainly for me one of the bigger ones.
The Michelle Obama one?
When I heard that, I was just like, wow. Amazing.
I've gone backstage to concerts, and the band's going, oh, my God, she's here. And I'm like, who?
Right.
It's me.
Right. Mike, you're a big Deadhead.
Yeah.
Have you ever met anyone in the band?
I had backstage passes a few times.
As you sit next to our dancing bear, like that.
perfect.
By the way.
This is nice.
Yeah.
The one time I really rubbed elbows was at the Aladdin Theater, and Bill Kreutzmann, the drummer, was just having breakfast, and we sat down next to him. That's
Nice. All right. Okay. I bet people are surprised to find out that Bobby Brady is a big Deadhead. Yeah. I was excited to find
Yeah,
that
it's a
out.
little tidbit.
He's also an amazing musician, too.
And he grows his own.
And he what? He grows his own. Oh, my God. Christopher Lula M. wants to know, when Peter's voice was going through the change, was your voice going through the same thing?
I had gone through it a couple years earlier.
It had gone through it a few years earlier.
I had no idea what I was going through. That was like, it took another 9 years for my voice to change.
Martha M. wanted to know, Maureen, how touching and incredible was it for you that Florence visited you on the set of Dancing with the Stars 3 days before she passed away?
Yeah, it truly was one of the greatest moments ever for me. I was so touched, by her just being there all the time, and we just had some really special moments.
Yeah.
And I felt just like she was such a great friend, and What a giving, loving.
So motherly. Wasn't she there
Beautiful.
for every performance that you did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's go to Patrick from Texas. Hey, Patrick, what's your question?
Hi, Andy. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
My question is for Christopher. How embarrassing was it for you to lose your wrestling match to Dana Bonaducci from the Partridge Family? And do you think you'll ever have a rematch?
No, there
was
won't
Barry.
be a rematch. There was that was baked
Did you
in.
fight him,
We
Chris?
did that in Chicago, and he was a personality on radio in Chicago at the time. So, if you haven't got the drift on the whole wrestling thing, it's pretty much scripted.
Right. So you agreed to
we
lose.
knew, but
No,
but
come
I got to
on.
throw him around as a consequence of me having to lose because it turns at the very end. I broke his rib.
Susan Christine T. Facebook. Shag, marry, kill. Barry, Chris, Mike.
What? Oh.
What? What?
Well, I already married Mike when we were little.
Oh.
And I married them.
Maureen performed the ceremony.
Really? On the set?
Yeah.
And there was no shagging except in the carpet.
Yes. Let's go to.
It was done out in the schoolway, like in our dressing room
You
hallway.
used to lock me and Mike in the dressing room together, tell us to make out.
Let's go to Erica from Virginia. Hey, Erica, what's your question?
Hey, Andy, my question is for Mike and Susan. I'd like to know what was the most annoying part about being the youngest Bradys, and were you treated like the younger siblings when the cameras weren't rolling?
I'm the youngest in my own family, and I think it's great. But it was even better with this family because I'll never forget. We were all playing in this like condemned commissary on the.
Can I
on the
answer
lot.
this question for you? The pigtails.
Oh, that was horrible.
They made you go in those pigtails.
Yeah.
But you were playing in the condemned commissary on the lot.
and we were going up some ladder or something, and Barry took me aside, so unlike my real brother at home,
Yeah.
and said, "Sweetheart, if this is scary to you, you don't have to do it."
Oh, that's sweet.
He's not my real brother. He's so nice.
I think
Whereas my brother would be like, "Get up there."
my biggest trouble was trying to get my head around the fact that these two and that one were smoking cigarettes constantly.
Really? Eve,
Yeah.
did you smoke?
And
I used to, yeah.
You did. I love it.
and it was like it was a it was a huge no-no, right? But all the grown-ups were doing it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean that set of ours, that carpeting. I mean, if we had HG or high definition,
Yes,
TV
then you
back
would
then,
see all the
these
cigarette butts.
Yes.
Wow, that's incredible. Let's go to Jennifer from Arkansas. Hey, Jennifer, what's your question?
Hey, Andy, I have a two-part question for the cast.
Okay.
The first one is, what is the nicest or most generous thing Robert Reed did for you during filming of the Brady Bunch? And also, how old were you when Tiger's last appearance in the show was, and what happened to him?
Okay.
That's a lot of
I
questions.
got the second part.
Okay,
covered.
give it. What about Tiger?
Well, okay, Tiger's last scene was he had to run down the stairs.
Yeah.
It was when I was a tattletale.
Yes.
And he wasn't.
Last scene.
He wasn't
Cindy.
running down the stairs. And years later, I got a house that had open stairs like that, and my dog was terrified of them.
Right.
He was afraid of the stairs. But anyway, he got fired from our show. But he went on. I have a clip of him on the Cher show when she split from Sonny and she had her own
she had her own
variety
show, the Cher show.
Yes,
That Tiger was on that show?
Yes,
to the chase,
and,
Dwayne his dog.
and he starred with Don Johnson in the movie A Boy and His Dog.
Yeah, that was Tiger.
That's major. And then the first question is most generous thing, Robert Reed. Didn't he take you on a
Yeah,
cruise?
on QE2
Yeah.
On the
London.
QE2.
Yeah. Well, first we stayed here in the plaza for a couple of nights.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it was bigger than that because he had gotten us cameras.
Right.
I don't remember. You'll have to help me with the order of all
Super
this.
8 cameras.
For
Yes.
one Christmas, he
Right.
got us cameras. Next Christmas,
Projectors.
The next year.
projectors. And then
Yeah.
the third Christmas,
Yeah.
or even part of Christmas, we
Yeah.
went to the UK. We went
Yeah.
to,
Wow.
and
Did
we
you-
were to use the cameras, and then we had a party afterward
Yeah.
to view those movies.
At this point, at what point did you realize he was gay?
I was 9.
Yeah.
Literally?
Okay.
You realize
My
that when you
mother
were-
told me,
your
and I
mom's-
said, "What does that mean?" And she kind of explained. She said, "He's a man who loves men." And I said, "Okay, that's fine."
Any of the rest of you? No?
No.
During the...
It wasn't a thing.
Right.
I didn't. I had such a huge crush on him. I truly thought that I might marry him one day.
Wow.
I just, yeah.
Yeah, he was just he was very effective.
Did you
as
ever-
being a parental figure for all of us? So.
Did you ever talk to him about it later in life?
No, because
No.
why would you?
But,
He was very,
No,
very private.
He never.
He's very
He
private.
was.
Yeah.
He
No,
was.
what's really, and
yeah.
I think about all the time is how different might his life have been
Yeah.
if he was living now and
Yeah.
going
Oh.
through
Well,
the show.
exactly.
He never really
So
came out.
Because he actually did
Yeah.
have
That's
a
the
love of
tragedy.
his
Did
life,
he ever come out?
and he didn't
He
get
did.
to have a future
Right.
with him.
Yes, or
and
marry
that
him or-
bothers me constantly.
Did you all know his partner at the time? You didn't know him?
No.
Nope.
Wow.
He never came out.
Right.
So it was
Never.
not like
Yeah.
Well, and
You
as
could-
my
you could
mother
s-
said,
you could speculate.
my mother said, well, yes, and if he came out, everybody would say, "Oh, isn't that wonderful? He's so brave," and he'd never work again because
Wow,
this
at the
town
time,
is full of
yeah,
hypocrites.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Liza, do you have a question for these guys? Come over here. It's my dear friend who's a huge fan.
Hi.
Liza,
I
yes.
have 1,000 questions.
Okay, but-
Oh yeah, no, I'll maritime. First of all, I knew the attic was the answer to that flirty question.
Did you?
No, I absolutely knew. I said it to the
Okay.
person sitting next to me.
All
Okay,
right.
what's the one episode, and like quickly round robin, that people, each of you, get asked about the most? I can imagine, but what episode do people ask
That we get
about?
asked about.
Yes.
the
Yeah.
most. For me, I guess it's
The nose.
the nose. Yeah.
Right? Eve?
Probably Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
Hawaii.
I'm scared of tarantulas because of y'all. Yes?
Yeah, that, and also, why did they have you wanting to be Shirley Temple when you were clearly a little too old for that to be cute?
Okay.
Right. Well, I'd
Mike?
say, what was it like working with Joe Namath?
Joe Namath.
Yeah.
Chris? Pork chop and applesauce. Barry?
It's Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo.
I predicted all
Thanks,
of that.
Liza. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay. I want to thank Maureen McCormick, Eve Plum, Susan Olsen, Barry Williams, Christopher Nice, Mike Lookenland. The show is the Very Brady Renovation Holiday Edition, December 16th at 10 on HGTV. Thank you guys so much. That was a joy. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. Watch more clips here and subscribe to our channel here. See ya.